All right, in the data analytics world, there's a ton of work that needs to be done. The question is, how do you manage it? This can be especially difficult when you got a lot of team members, a lot of business owners, a lot of other people that you're working with who need to get line of sight into the work that needs to be done and where it stands. This is where a Kanban board comes in really useful. And in fact, it's really useful when you're doing lots of projects. For example, I just recently moved and we had to manage all of this work coming in, and we had a whole bunch of people that were helping and projects going on, and we would need to have people aware of what's happening. So we use a Kanban board. The basics things that you're going to have in a Kanban board, and you can get really detailed, but we're going to be very, very generic. You have your to-do, you've got your in progress, and you've got your completed items, along with who is going to be doing those work and who's lined up with it, as well as like a backlog of items. So I've got a whole bunch of work and projects that Grant, our buddy, my wife, and myself are going to be taking on any given day. We've got a whole list of them that we set up in the morning. As we start to move them into progress, into work, we move them into in progress, and then we move them to done. At the end of the day, we review each of the items that are in the done category, each item that's still in progress. We determined, are they actually done? Do they need rework? Do we need some additional items for tomorrow? All of that stuff goes into curated either new backlog items that we put down into our parking lot, right down here. And as you can see, some of the stuff might even be there for a while. Like this stained bookcase, that was there from 2 months ago. I got to get on that. We might even have red letter items, things that need to be done by a specific date, like apply for our lottery tax credit. That's something we got to do by the end of this month. Now, good project managers would put a date on that to make sure that we didn't miss it, but it's not as big of a deal, right? But the whole point is that me, my wife, and anyone else who's helping us out can see all of the work that's going on. You can do the same thing with your data projects in managing data coming in, reports going out, communicating with stakeholders, gathering requirements. I mean, you kind of name it, you can do the exact same thing. I highly recommend it. If you have any tips, leave comments down below on how you would structure your Kanban board or in working with Kanban boards in general.